All right, Moses, joining me at the desk. Now, we are at the midway point of the Bobcats 6-game exhibition schedule.
Yeah, you know what? It's so sad to see it away. Actually, no. I'm
No,
excited for the regular
season.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? But this is a pressure time for those young kids, of course. They want to impress the coaching staff. They filled in more of a veteran lineup the other night, taking on the Grand Prairie Storm. But it was a good night overall for the Bobcats. Over 90 seconds in, Ryan Hendricks, his shot bounces off the boards right to Clay Lang as he wires it. It is 1-0 for the Cats. 14.5 minutes later, they're back at it. Captain Lyndon Springer, the long shot through traffic. Eventually, Jimmy Tisch ends up with the puck and puts it in the back of the net to Zip Lloyd after 1. In the second, Bobcats shorthanded Austin Yaremchuk from his own blue line with a burst of speed and scores on the backhand. 3-0 for the home side heading into the dressing room. The Cats would add 2 more in the third. Tisch with his second tally of the contest. Then William Connolly will put an exclamation point on this one. 5-0 the final. Some good signs from the club.
Knock some of the rust off and get our vets into the lineup now, and maybe just to prepare a little bit more for the regular season. I think there's a lot of young guys out here that have really pleasantly surprised us, and it looks bright for the future of our organization.
Meanwhile, the Bobcats were back on the ice today, fresh off their win Sunday. The Cats, though, will be without Taylor Mulder for some time with an upper body injury, but they do welcome Jakob LaPointe back. The 16-year-old looks healthy and ready to go.
It felt pretty good. I could skate, didn't hurt as much, and definitely feel like I'm getting my mojo back. As a 16-year-old in this league, it's very tough. Like last year they had 2, and I remember both of them said that it was definitely a hard league to play in, and hopefully I'm ready to play, and I'd love to play here.
Coach and GM Garry VanHereweghe knows it's crunch time for a few players, especially with a couple of new and returning faces in camp.
That could be the difference of making and breaking it if you go down with an injury. And we've already had 2 or 3 young guys that have had to go home and refocus for Midget AAA because they just weren't healthy enough to play.
The Bobcats welcome the White Court Wolverines tomorrow night at the Civic Center. Now, the key to any successful team is dressing players that will do whatever it takes to win. Now, the Rustlers women's basketball team opened training camp this morning with high expectations for the upcoming season. As Kyle Gallagher tells us, one returning vet is taking on a new role in hopes of giving that team a better chance to win.
Cameo Mckerlie is getting ready for her 4th season donning the green and gold. While the returning players are getting used to new teammates, Mckerlie is also adjusting to a new position.
I think it's good for the leaders to step up and kind of set the tone for the rest of the team, especially being here 4 years. I think for myself, it'll be kind of setting the tone for the rest of the girls who haven't been here before, because I know I want to go to nationals this year.
The 5'11" Saskatoon native is making the move from power forward to small forward for the upcoming ACAC campaign.
Just the way our recruiting went this year, we have a lot of bigs. I think we have 6 girls that are over 6 feet this year. So we're moving Cameo to the perimeter. She's a really tough matchup, shoots the well, drives the ball well. And then that gives us an opportunity to post her up at times against smaller defenders. So I think it'll give her a chance to play a little more and use her skills to our advantage.
I'm pretty quick with my drives and been working on my shot a lot, so I think that's better for out on the perimeter rather than in the post.
The lefty is excited about taking on a more versatile role with the Rustlers, but knows there are some things she needs to work on.
Definitely my right hand, because I'll be on the right side more, so I can't really just go to my left like I did a lot in the post, so my right hand, and I think my shot a little bit more.
The fact that we might even flip her back and forth will probably cause a little more confusion, but I think the biggest thing she needs to get used to is handling the ball on the perimeter and being comfortable there.
Head coach Kris King believes this is the deepest team he's ever coached, and Mckerlie is looking forward to being a key piece of the new offense.
Just kind of seeing how good I think our team will do. I think this is the strongest team I've played with here, so it'll be exciting to see how we succeed this year.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap Sports.
Some exciting times for college basketball. Well, that's all the time we have in our first look at sports. Gerard Lampow has your weather details coming up.